Hi guys. Now we are almost reaching the final video now, to the final stages of this tutorial and the Final Cut Pro and editing series. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about some advanced features on Final Cut Pro, which is called masking. Okay. Now masking is great if you want to if you want to go above and beyond when it comes to your transitions, refining your transitions, have words go behind a subject, and can do all that just by mastering the whole concept of masking. Okay, it's similar to what you do in Photoshop if you're familiar with that. But if you're not, it's all right. Final Cut Pro is also a good place to get started with masking. You also can do that within Premiere. Now, I'm afraid this whole concept of masking only exists within full-blown editing suites, which is your DaVinci Resolves, your Final Cut Pros, and your Premiere Pro. The lower end mobile versions, the sort of introductory version or intermediate versions of video editing softwares may not have the masking feature. Okay, so if you don't have it, don't worry, you can learn it once you have it. But for now, I'm just going to go into applying in simple ways on how you can apply masking to refine your video. Okay, so let's get into it. So earlier, I showed you how I incorporated an iPhone video, right? So this is how it looks like. Now, this is fine in and of itself, but I want to sort of make it look a little bit more professional. For right now, it's just a piece of square, right? It doesn't really look that professional and that good, okay? So, look quite amateurish if you ask me. So, what I want to do is to sort of have a gradual sort of appearance of that video so that it sort of blends into the background a little bit. And to do that, I'm going to use masking. So, you go into the effects panel. Okay, or masking will be right there. And you go to video and you go to mask. Okay. Now within mask, a few things will show up. Okay, remove this. Right. So you can either draw mask, image mask, shape mask. The most popular one would either be draw mask or graduated mask. Okay. Now I'm going to use graduated mask right here. And I'm just going to drag and drop this onto the frame. And right there, you already see the effects of what graduated mask can do. So instead of it being so extreme, I want to sort of drag this all the way up, drag the mask right here, and sort of make it blend into the frame a little bit better. Okay, maybe I don't want to see all the emojis. Okay, maybe I want this. Okay, and put this higher so that the graduation is not so much. So you can sort of adjust this however you want, really. So there's no hard and fast rules. So maybe something like that. Okay, again, put it up here. Maybe that's what I prefer. Okay. Make sure it's straight up. Okay, and then push it over to the side a little bit. There you go. So again, this is not final. It looks quite ugly, to be honest. So maybe I just want to hide the keyboard and make sure it looks a little bit more professional this way. There you go. So maybe just the keyboard showing a little bit. So again, the computer is rendering, but you get what I'm saying here. So adding the mask will sort of add that little bit extra touch, a little bit extra flair to your overall video. Now, one more thing I want to show you about masking. Now, I'm going to change library right now. I'm going to go to my masking tutorial. Okay, room solo. Okay, so what I have here is basically a 3-layer clip where the first clip is me on the right side of my bedroom. The second clip is of me on the bed. You can see very clearly. And the third clip is of me in the middle. Okay, so basically I'm just texting and I was looking out the window, and that's basically it. Okay, so in order to show all three of me at the same time, I need to use, you've guessed it, masking. So for the first video, I need to make sure that I can choose this character to be visible while removing everything else, to reveal what is at the bottom of this video. Okay, so in order to do that, click on draw mask and the moment you apply it on the clip, you're given an option to draw points. So I'm just going to draw around myself. There you go. Don't need to be very subtle. And then the moment you draw, it will reveal what's on the bottom. Boom. There you go. So it already revealed myself at the bottom here. So if you play, it's just going to have me and myself at the bottom playing it. Okay. So what happens is that if I'll disable the bottom and see what happens. Okay. What the mask does is it is only picking myself and while revealing everything else at the bottom. Okay. So let me just enable it again. So as you notice, it's only showing 2. So now what I need to do is I'll need to again choose myself over here to reveal everything at the bottom again. So let's just again do that. Draw mask. And now click on myself. Quite easy. Try it again. Oops, sorry. Back. Boom, boom, boom. And myself should be revealed the moment I click this. There you go. So now to refine everything, you might have some rough edges right there. So here's where you sort of go into the feather mode and feather things out. That sort of smoothens out the edge of the mask for each of the clip. So the same thing goes for the second one. So refine the mask a little bit and refine the feather for the third one as well. Okay. So there you go. So that's how simple it is for you to sort of, now you have 3 person at the same time, 3 of the same person at the same time in the same room. Okay, so that's how easy it is for you to mask yourself or mask anything and to use mask to endless possibilities as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this minute tip. Okay, I'll see you in the next and final video.